Here, Lex it. Come get it, buds. Yep. So you can see on the screen right now, there's a lot of good fish out there. Yeah, eat the shit out of it. It's a big one. Angry. What's crazy is you guys saw how many fish are down there.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell my jump again.
What is up, MFers? Welcome to a beautiful day out on the water. One of the questions I get more than anything is asking what I'm actually looking at when it comes to my Livescope, what the fish look like, how I can tell what the species are, how the fish chase different types of baits, and really what the hell is going on when I'm staring at my screen and you guys don't see anything besides me casting in a fish catch. Well, guess what? Today, we are going to break all that down by giving you guys live, uncut footage. I did a video of this last year where we run the chest camera and the Livescope live overlaid onto the screen so you guys can see exactly how the fish are reacting to all my baits. I tell you guys this all the time. A lot of people think Livescope's cheating because you just cast out to individual fish that are swimming and you catch all of them. Well, that's not even close to true, and you guys are going to see a lot of that today. But the great thing about it is it's a learning tool for me that's helped cut the curve of what fish behavior is like, the different lures they react to, how to actually present a bait, which is totally different than what a lot of people think for different techniques. And obviously, on top of that, it's helped me catch some giant fish. In today's video, we're going to catch fish on everything from baits that size right there to baits that size right there. And all different sizes of fish, on big fish, on tiny baits, small fish on big baits, and everything in between. A lot of guides charge over $1,000 a day that aren't going to be able to show you what I do in this video right here and explain how these fish are reacting. So let's hop behind the Livescope screen. I'm going to tell you really quick what the conditions are like here in Texas, and then we'll kind of go through some of the baits and kind of work our way through the bait rotations and see how these fish react. Hopefully you guys learned something. Now, right quick before we jump into the video, I got to show you guys what came in this month's 6 sack. This is my 6 sack from 6 cents, and I'll tell you guys this every single month, but what it is, it's a subscription sack with all 6 cents products that comes to your house directly to your door. This isn't like the other subscription services where you just throw in overstock baits and overstock colors. There's legit baits in here that are going to help you catch fish, hard baits, soft baits, terminal tackle, and they're really put together, the bags are, so you can use multiple rigs within the bag for different types of baits that come along with it. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Let me link at the top of the description. You can use promo code MFSuper6. That's actually going to help you guys save money on your first sack. If you don't like it, which I don't know anyone that doesn't, that's fine. You can stop it whenever you freaking want to. Stop it after the first one, but let's dump it out and see what came in it this month. The great thing is you can not only save money by bundling, but you save money also by, using my promo code. And we have a nice array of baits right here that you guys see me use in pretty much every single video. This one jumps out at me first. This is the 6 cents whale. Comes in a beautiful, it's called Shad Scream. It's like a Tennessee shad type laminate color. Comes with these little bladed swim bait hooks too, the perfect size to throw the whale on right there. So that's a great rigging system. If you guys don't get the sack, I strongly recommend just getting the whale because the head throb on this thing with this keel weighted swim bait hook is second to none. This thing is an absolute killer. I'm gonna have a ton of them in my boat next year when I'm fishing the opens. Very, very special bait. Next bait, let's talk about this guy, the Mini Mag. It's a silent, bigger size crankbait, kind of in between like a 2.5 and a 3.5 size. Gets bit about everywhere. Here's a really unique one that not a lot of people have caught on to. A lot of people have been keeping it kind of secret actually, the Quake Suspending. As you can see, comes in a great bluegill color, not an overstock color or anything, but very unique in that you can rip it through grass, you can just rip it by fish, especially in clean water, and you stop it. When you stop it, it doesn't sink to the bottom like every other lipless crankbait they've seen. It stops right there in their face. Very unique, very good bait right there. And then we got a couple little square bill crankbaits. I like this because they're two very different crankbaits. The 50S Silent, and it comes in a color that's Jaint Juice, it's called. Nice, bright, bold chartreuse and purple color, good for off-colored water. And then we go the other direction. Super Natural with the Crush Mini 25X. When I'm after fish that are on really, really small bait fish or just need something that's more natural than what everyone else is throwing, right there we got a great natural color and a nice little tiny package. And then last but not least, we threw in something different that you can also fish a whale on the back of, and that is this swinging swim jig right here. The axle comes in a good size, 1/2 ounce, as you can see. Perfect color to match this Shad Scream colored swim bait. Again, I don't know why you wouldn't try it. That's a lot of bang for your buck, especially on that first bag where you guys are gonna save some money with that code. But yeah, I'll link it at the top of the description. Let's rip some damn lips. Oh, my beautiful, super clean shorts that are actually clean, but they look like this because I can't have anything nice. All right, MFers, here we are out here in the abyss. We're in the middle of the lake, the main basin, and we're not out here on accident. There's a lot going on out here. Fish are crushing thread fins out here in the main basin, and they're in all different depths. I'm catching them freaking a foot below the surface, 25 feet below the surface, by themselves, on shad balls, relating to grass, about any way you can think of, but they're all got one thing in common. They're either eating threadfin or they're looking for them, like that guy way up there on the surface. Let's throw my little bait out here, my cricket, and see if we can get one to eat it. But I got a whole bunch of different baits on the front deck that are effective for catching these fish at all different varieties of depths. And so in this video, I'm going to kind of talk you through, just like I did the last time we did a Livescope video, but I'm going to talk you through why I'm throwing them at what depth range. There's fish of all different sizes here too. We've got 10-inch fish, we've got 10-pound fish out here that are eating these thread fins, and it's pretty incredible. Conditions today, as you can see, pretty slick, calm, sunny, not hardly anything going on, so they are a little bit finicky. You can't just throw whatever you want out there and catch them. You get swerved a lot. If you guys watched the last Livescope video I did this morning, that I filmed this morning, I don't know how many days ago that you watched it, but to give you a better idea of some of the baits we caught them on. But right now, I'm starting off with some different chopper style swim baits on deck, like I showed you guys, and then we got this guy right here, the hover juggle. We got jerk baits, we got a little bit of everything tied up, and we're probably going to catch them on every single bait imaginable. Then hopefully I'm going to talk you through it, chance to see what's happening, because I know a lot of you guys are new to the Livescope, don't really understand how it's effective. A lot of people think it's cheating because you just cast out and catch every single fish, or even the majority of fish. None of those are true, but as I told you guys in the last video, the most important thing about this Livescope stuff is it teaches you about the fishery, about the fish, how they set up, faster than any other way you can learn, which is why I like to use it. Flip this hover juggle out to some of these bigger, more isolated fish. That one went right to it. There we got it. I let that one take it a little bit longer, coleslaw. What do you know? Look at that. We're already on the damn board. I'm gonna let him have some drag. I mean, chalk one up for my favorite kind of self-created Livescope bait for finesse situations like today. This is a hover shot rig. I call it the hover juggle. Most people that fish the hover shot are fishing it on, wow, he just really doesn't want to give up, does he? They're fishing it more as a vertical presentation, or they're dragging it on the bottom. I've heard that too, especially for smallmouth. I like to cast out to these fish and pop it above their face. I also set my hook back further. I'll show you that in a second. But I set it back further than most people will. And that allows it to kind of work like a wacky rig and hover in their face, as it's known. But look at this. We're off to a good start. Got ourselves a really, really angry largemouth here that absolutely gulped it and couldn't resist it. You guys probably thought he was an 8-pounder the way he was fighting, but I'll take him. Tons of fish out here, but it can be hard to find the right quality. So you can see on the screen right now, there's a lot of good fish out there, so we'll get right back in, but might as well start with a 3-pounder, right? Yeah, buddy. So here's the hover juggle rig. Nothing too crazy, but I use this this Do It Victory 10111 jig hook, 90 degree. It's got a nail weight in it, as you can see. I cut it down because I thought it was a little too heavy. But basically, when you're twitching it, and this is a 6-cents juggle minnow, by the way, it's by far my favorite for this technique. But as you're twitching it, instead of just a jig head minnow that's kind of darting forward the whole time, it kind of expands and collapses like a wacky rig would, and so it kind of stays in place. It's just something these fish haven't seen presented to them. And it's not the only way we're going to catch them. We're going to catch them on a jerkbait today. I mean, we're going to try to catch them on a topwater, big swim bait, all different types of stuff, but you guys could see right there, that one came up and freaking slurped it. That's what he wanted. And a lot of times the biggest fish in the lake, that is what they want. All right, as you guys can see, we got the Doesn't look like a big fish, but 50 feet out one way by the surface. I don't know what he's looking for. Shad, I suppose. But these fish that have been way up like that, he didn't even see it. But way up high in the column, I'm throwing the this bait that's not even out yet. Probably shouldn't be throwing prototype baits, but it's so effective. The 6 cents mini draw. The 9-inch draw obviously has been a staple. I just caught a couple 10-pounders on it the other day. I've catch all sizes of fish, but this mini one's going to be super effective. A little bit sharper action to it, side to side. Same slow float and everything. So I've been waiting it a little bit to kind of get it a little bit further down in the water column for some of these fish that need to see it from further down. Look at that. That fish saw it, and he's going to come right back after it. He's kind of weird about it, though. But yeah, this is going to be the big draw is a better bait for covering big bodies of water, long points, long pieces of structure. This mini draw is going to be great in tighter situations when you want to chop it side to side, fish it next to a laydown. You know, not what we're doing right now, but also in a situation like this where they're eating smaller bait fish and you need to work that bait faster without blowing out the action and stuff, which a bigger, wider glide bait is no good for a lot of times. I'm just gonna kind of pan around out here in the main basin. As you can see, 22 feet deep right now. See if we can find old Mr. Big. We've kind of gotten to the point where I'm only casting at the better quality ones, or the ones I think I can catch with the bait in my hand. Like that one right there. Where'd he go? Jeez. Freaking swamp boat over there. This one's like up by the dang surface. Cool, that guy sounds like he's going 160 and he's going 8 miles an hour. It's like on Black Sheep. Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
How you doing, buddy? Transporting a prisoner. 12th precinct up in Buckleytown. My sergeant didn't give me any overtime, so I'm trying to do it lickety-split.
Tell me, officer, do you have any idea how fast you were going?
I got a 426 Hemi in her. 3/4 cams, nitro boosters. I can get her up to as good as 155. Never do, though, of course, unless I'm chasing a cute chick in a Ferrari. I guess I was going about 65, tops.
7 miles an hour. I don't know if it was 7. Don't kill me on that. All right, here we go. 85 feet out there. That one's some weird reverb kind of happening there between the fish and the surface, but I'm trying to make a big splash on some of these. That's kind of one thing you'll notice. If the fish are on the surface up there, like right below the surface, I'm not going to drop a damn swim bait on their head. That's going to spook them, especially in these conditions where the water's really clean, you got the sun out. But if the fish is 5+ feet down, like that one is 8 feet down, wow, his buddy's not. His buddy just came to the surface. Then I'm going to drop it on his damn dome because I need to get his attention. He's never going to see this bait. The water's probably 3-4 foot visibility, but he ain't never going to see a bait that's, you know, 20 feet over his head. Kind of cherry picking right now. I probably should do something a little bit more intelligent. We're going to kind of work our way across the main basin. We might even hop on the big engine here before too long. We got some standing timber in this lake, so we'll go fish that in a little bit. I want to see if there's big ones out here first, because sometimes in this time of year, anytime from even really late fall on, but especially now in December and into the winter, the biggest fish in the lake can just get out on the main basin and do whatever they want. There's no thermocline. There's just endless masses of shad, as you can kind of see as we move around, for them to just gorge themselves on and be super picky about what they eat. They also might not even want the bigger baits like this glide that much. We might have to catch a bunch on some of that hover juggle, and I got some other sneaky baits tied on as well. But this one, as you can see, is a little bit closer to this, a little bit further down. Now he's of course coming up that I said that. About 6 feet down. That's a perfect fish to target with this jerk bait. Comes my jerk bait up to him, kind of hauled ass. He's shrinking also. He's not a very big fish. He's thinking about it. He's not very active though, until he is. It's funny, before Livescope I had to be so anal about like how long I'm pausing my jerk bait, the cadence, what they like best. And now that I can see them, I mean, that's the great thing. You can adjust your cadence to whatever those fish are acting like, whatever individual fish is wanting. If they're real slow and lethargic moving, you can friggin' stop it. If they're hauling ass up to it, you can play cat and mouse and keep away. Something you never could have done before, you know? And there's some fish way up in the column. Look at that, 70 feet. You guys on the dang surface, you ain't gonna be able to see him, he's so high up. Also, would help if he ate. You're not gonna be able to see him eat if he doesn't eat, which he didn't. Where is the next one? Big old fish down there. Probably a crappie though, sitting in between. He's also not that big, but look at that. That's 40 feet down. That's a crappie by himself. Definitely can be big bass in these trees. And I mean, let's pan over here and you can see all the stuff that's going on. There's probably some bass, but those are probably mostly crappie, especially this time of year. We can throw the hover juggle down there, but generally the way I can tell, or I try to tell, is I'll throw a hover juggle or a jerkbait or a big glide down there. If they don't at least turn, then they're not bass. We talked about that in the last video too. Hey, you guys should probably watch that last video. What do you think? Let's see what they think about this nonsense. See, now they turned into a tree branch. Sometimes if you don't have the right angle on them, that turns out they aren't fish at all. Wow, good job, Ben. Let's run over here quick, Cole. There's a little guy out there. Once again, next to a standing timber, kind of acting crappie-like, crappie-ish, crappie. See how he acts. No, he didn't. No, I missed him though. He didn't move on the hover juggle. He's also shrinking. He is not as big as we thought. Get past him. He's now in the ghost tree. Ooh, he spun on it. Kind of spooked him. It's a bass. He's just a small one. Put it right next to him and jiggle in his face. That's the cool thing about this hover juggle is that you can't do with other rigs. Once you get it next to the boat, you can stop it and just shake it in place, and a lot of times those big fish will eat. Usually they don't, but sometimes they will, which is more often than about any other presentation. Other presentations, you're pretty much done. Let's run over to the dam real quick, see what that looks like. Come on, Hov Jug. Don't you let me down. We're over by the dam now. Deeper open basin. Deeper open basin. That's a rope and a buoy. It's not a fish. Everybody chill out. That is a fish though. It doesn't look ultra large. Why is my trolling motor going so fast? Let's see what he thinks of the hover juggle right in his dome. Are you a bass? Yeah, he's a bass. He swerved it, or he went after it, I mean. Swerved at it. And then he said, no, I'm just gonna chase it. Maybe I'll nip it. Oh yeah, he nipped it. Great. Sure glad he nipped it. That was super fun. Let's see what we can find up here. Oh man, got deep again. I think I mentioned this maybe earlier in the video. I know I did in the last video, but that little weird line there at 25 feet is called a ghost tree. It's just some weird reverb that happens because technology sucks and I suck at using it. So I probably ran my transducer into something at some point not too long ago. Seems like less fish over here, but maybe they're bigger. We'll never find out if I cast 20 feet in front of them like an idiot. Alright, he's gonna see that one for sure. Let's see how he acts. I start popping it when I get like 3 feet above their head. He went right to it. Oh, it was in his mouth. Dude, how do they just gum this thing? You ever been gummed before, Cole? No? Yep, he said, I touched it once, never again. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Those are some brush piles out there, in case you're wondering what that is. That's a giant conglomeration of stuff, fish and buoys and whatnot. Let's see if we can catch one of those. Probably all crappie though. Probably a good spot to throw a big old glide bait, but I don't want to get my arm hurt catching too big ones, you know. Cole, you get it. Here he comes up out of it. It's weird. They all look like craps. There's a line of bugs up there, right where the shade used to be. They're like slow to react to where they need to sit. See what I'm saying, Cole? Those bugs on the surface out there are highly confused. They're the Coles of the bug world. All right, jokers, shoot yourselves. Big old school of bait. Bunch of weird crap coming off the side of the pillar there. That might be a school of little bass out there, but it looks more like crappie. I should have crappie stuff tied on, but I'm not smart, so I don't. Whoa. Is that a fish on the top of that pile? Probably not. If so, it's large. It's not a fish. It's a buoy or something to mark it, to keep it upright, probably. They were over here like 2 months ago. It's weird they're not now. I didn't know fish moved. That's a fish. Not very big. Not very friendly either. Jeez. We're just eliminating water, coleslaw. Dude, that guy's truck matches his boat. It also sounded like it was going 94 and it was going 3. Just little chucks right here. This is where the big ones are supposed to be. What in the world is happening? My crap's all screwed up from buoys and whatnot and things. There's a fish down underneath that bait. Let's catch that. Oh, there's a whole group of them. I don't know where my cricket is. Cricket? Oh, these fish just want to eat the real stuff. I see. I get it. They look little anyway. Look at those guys. Bring a cast net next time, Cole. Is it illegal to use a cast net while live scoping if you're trying to catch bait fish? Bait fish in quotations. There's a good fish. There he is. Let's see if he wants the jug. Like I said, I'm seeing a lot fewer fish here, but the ones I'm seeing, a couple of them seem to be better at least. Turn. Oh, he was cold. That's a cold boy. It's big though, so we're gonna keep casting to it with the same lure. We're not gonna learn anything from that cast. We're just gonna keep throwing the same thing at him. Kind of talked about that in the last video though. These bigger fish sometimes just warrant multiple casts. They just act different with different presentations. And so like sometimes you can chase a big fish with the exact same bait and finally with the 6th cast it'll actually react. They'd probably be more apt to bite too if I wasn't talking the entire time with this slick ass water. And now he's in the ghost tree just hiding. You can kind of see him though. Let's see how he acts. Like a carp, that's how he acted. Like he doesn't eat bait and he wants me to toss a dough ball down there. Cole, what kind of meat are you eating there in your Lunchable?
A little sirloin guy.
All right, give me a chunk of that sirloin. I can catch a carp on that.
Some cheese.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna switch you up to a jerk bait. Now you might notice he's only 35 feet away, but I just casted 340 feet. That's because I want it to dive down to the depth as you can see it doing. I'm gonna come up to him. I don't want to blast it up to him. I'm just gonna kind of be like, oh, I'm a little injured bait fish. Working up to you, bud. And if he don't spin around, and he didn't, he's either giant or he's not a bass. I'm not convinced he's not a bass yet. I'm gonna throw the freaking hinkle at him, Cole.
Einhorn?
I'm gonna give him einhorn, and he gonna eat it, maybe. Look at that thing. That's a big old fuzzball is what that is. I'm gonna give this carp every presentation. 1 hour of the video, me targeting one carp slash catfish slash gar. The reason I think that is because of how fuzzy he is, but a lot of times the giant bass give that fuzzy return too when they're swimming away from it. Oh, the shad are like schooling around him. That's great. Oh man, he just went crazy on the hinkle and missed it. He's on it though. It's a big one. Oh my God, do it. He's so aggressive, he's gonna get a hook. Oh no, are you kidding me? That's a good representation of a really solid fish because he wanted nothing to do with my jerkbait or my hover juggle. He spun around and wanted the freaking big glide, that's for sure. Still giving him a chance, but he's pretty well not interested down there in that tree. You never know though. Here he's coming up on it again. Hard to give it a natural presentation when he's looking at me right now. Oh, that's a rough one. That was probably I mean, because it's this lake, I'm not gonna say it was a mega giant because I know there's just not a lot of them, but it was probably a 7-pounder. It wasn't a 10. Dang, man. That's, I guess, why you gotta keep all the baits honest. Sometimes they won't even turn and look at the small stuff that you think that you'd be able to just move them on. Dang it. Okay, we just switched areas of the lake, and now I'm seeing a lot of bait and not a lot of bass. So we're gonna need to find that happy medium where there's bass that are not tiny and not just a ton of bait. But there is bass, so let's see if we can get a couple to go. There's a decent little bass there. It's about 50 feet now. I'm gonna drop the jug right in front of him. Or I'll miss him completely, one of the two, like that. Oh my God, Ben, learn to cast. Yeah, that guy's not very big anyway. Let's move on to the next fish. There's some up top there. They're going crazy. A jerkbait would probably be the bait with them in that area of the water column, but they should eat this hover juggle too. The juggle just seems to work so much better on the individual fish that are like not wanting to pull the trigger. There we go. That one liked it. It's a pretty decent one too. Yeah, bud. For whatever reason, it seems to work on the bigger fish too, like this one. I swear this isn't just gonna be a spinning rod video the whole time, but I'll throw whatever it takes to freaking catch one, that's for sure. That is a nice thing about it though. Once you get a hook in them with these things, just fight them. Just give them some drags. Let them jump, you know, grab the line like a dummy. Oh, another solid one on the hover juggle. Look at that. Just skin hooked it, but he did get it. Fat, beefy boy. That's a fish that might not weigh 2 pounds a lot of the year. He's probably 3.5 easy right now. Fat one. You bet. Just giving it to him. Giving him that juggle. Once again, that is the 10111 hook. There's a lot of ones in there. And I like it because it's, as you see, it's a O'Shaughnessy bend, which means it's not just a straight round bend. It's got this little crimp in it right there that can just hold those fish. And it's actually a really solid hook too. I was fishing a round bend a lot of times before that on this hover juggle, and they get all their pressure kind of spread out and really on the tip of the hook, and they can open it up quite a bit. But this bend kind of acts the same way as the EWG does on a crankbait, like a treble hook, and that it just gets them, and once you got them, a good hook in them, it holds them really, really good. Sweet. Seeing some of these fish like right there out 55 feet. I think that's just interference coming down off the surface. There's not two fish there, but those fish definitely will target with a jerkbait or this little chopper type glide. Let's see if he wants it. Oh, he's under it. He said, yep, nope, yep, nope. Now he's behind it and to a point where he knows he can ambush it and the bait fish can't see him, but he didn't like it. On to the next one. Those down there, that big old fuzzball there at 40, 35 feet now, that's a big gar. That's how they show up in all these Texas reservoirs. They can like turn and you don't see them at all, and then they're big fuzzballs and you can tell they're really long, but they're always like that, kind of by themselves. A lot of times they can be tricky because they mix right in some of the areas where these bass go, but the bigger gar will push those bass out like crazy, and that's no fun. Some of the best spots I've got down here in Texas at different lakes get wrecked when groups of big gar come moving through. Not regular long nose, short nose type, but the alligator gar type guys. There's a pretty good fish. Definitely not going to catch him that far down on the Gloida. Or on anything else apparently, because he's gone. Oh, there he is. Moving to me faster than I want him to be, that's for sure. Let's see what he thinks about this. Coming to you. Spooked him. Now he wants it. Oh no! I swear they're just nipping the back tail of this thing. That's exactly what he did too. Look at that. Pulled it right off. Super effective though. On to the next one. God, that guy freaking crushed it. Oh my goodness. I just had to talk about how you don't lose any fish on this thing, Cole. He ate it so hard coming up that I just never got a good hook in him. Donged it. Shoot. All right, on to the next one. That was another little bit more solid fish, you guys could probably tell. Definitely important to keep your drag a little bit tight till you get a hook in them, and then I'd back way off. Sometimes though I get in a hurry and don't tighten it back up far enough. It's a little bit better fish out there. I'll try to put this on his head. I don't know where the hell he just went. He is blasting around looking for bait. As you can see, he's kind of a fuzzy mark right now, which is a good thing. Probably means he's a pretty good fish. And that he's moving away from me, which is not that great, but I need to fix my little minnow here. I got a really good keeper off to show you in a second. I showed you guys in a video, and if you watched my short, I talked about it too, but I made a double keeper on some of these hooks to see how it works. So far it's really good. It doesn't slide down the shank very easy when you're reeling it in fast or casting it, but it is wrecking my plastics because this is a very soft plastic. So there's give and take with this technique. It's going away from me, so I'm going to cast out in front of him. I'm just going to kind of pop it as it comes up to him. We'll see what he thinks. So he liked it. God dang. Got a hook in that one, Cole. Got a hook in that one. Pissed off dude. Oh, dude, right over the energy drink. That would have been devastating. Not a giant fish, but man, he's mad at it. Hopefully you guys saw how cool that was. Came up and slurped it. I'm gonna catch a couple more of these and then we're gonna go hunting in the lake for some bigger fish. Obviously we lost that, or didn't lose, but missed that big one that wanted to eat the big glide bait, but I'm gonna keep looking out in this main basin area a little bit longer for a big one, and then we're gonna move on. I know I got a lot of new MFers all the time that probably have never seen this, so for those of you that have already seen it, then move on. But this is how you rig that hover juggle minnow. Just blast a little nail weight in and aim it towards the bottom, the keel of the bait, like so. That's important in just a second. And really, it'll look better with the type of nail weight that has all of its weight. Just it's a long cylinder. It doesn't have this knob on the end, but for some reason it seems to fish better when the weight is forward. So I keep buying these, even though it looks a little bit less natural. And then here's the hook I'm using, and this is the keeper system I was talking about. There's so much damn super glue on it, it's hard to even say, but I don't know if you can see that. I put two keepers, I tied two keepers on there, right here and right here, facing up, because the bait always wants to pull out going. So as you can see, it sits in there. It'll want to pull out going back this up towards the front. So it wants to pull out going that direction. That's why they're pointed forward. It gives resistance going that way. So you'll stab it in probably 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch back on this Juggle minnow from 6 cents. Thread it down, and you'll pull the plastic down so those keepers can really engage themselves. But that's it right there. Back at them. Look at that little school of craps. That might actually be bass. Oh, those are bass. What should we catch those on, guys? You're gonna like how angry they are. They're just moving fast. That might be hard to get a bait in front of, but watch this. Here goes my Juggle minnow. They're about to go. Unfortunately, it's gonna be... Oh no, they moved. They went the other direction. All right, I guess you're gonna have to watch them going that way then. They were in the ghost tree. These groups can actually have some good fish in them, so we'll see what ends up getting it, but oh man, they are just freaking swervy pants. They might actually be crappie, cool. Doesn't look like a crappie in the front though. Yeah, those must be big crappie, because the bass have not been that spooky and changing directions all dumb like. And one would have at least seen it out of the corner of his eye by now. Oh, they saw it that time. They are bass. Are they big or are they just mad? They're just mad. Why are you acting like crappies out here, bass fish? Changing directions. Just being rude in general. Healthy boys, you guys saw that down there. A bunch of these guys down that little school. Probably can catch more, but they're moving so fast I might not even be able to locate them again. Healthy. Why am I showing you, Cole? Like, hey, Cole.
I was trying to get out of the GoPro frame.
That was great. What an idiot. All right, let's see if we can catch his buddies. They're just blasting down there, going side to side, just trying to be sneaky and not get caught. I guess that's smart probably for their survival of their species and such. Hiding down in the tree now, trying to get me snagged. Look at those jokers running away. That's what crappie schools act like this time of year, guys. Constantly changing directions, on the move. You catch one, they freaking scatter like these guys are. You pretty much got to figure out what direction they're going, take your time and lead them. Looks like there's look at that, a bigger school is coming in out there of them. My goodness, I might not even be able to get this to them in time. Here, I'll throw this to them, you know, because I'm gonna also not get this in time. The old jigging wrap. Oh, landed in one's mouth. Landed in that one's mouth too. Landing in that one's mouth. Jeez! Quit it. You don't gotta quit it, I'm kidding. Look at that. Doesn't even got real hooks on it. Forward and back hook. Craziness. Now this is a bait that's cool like that. Look how fat that thing is. Because you can drop it down on them now, immediately, on them. Matt Robertson. Cole, we should fish with Matt Robertson sometime. That'd be pretty cool. Wonder if he'd want to fish with us.
Yeah, he seems okay.
We're not foreshadowing a future video at all. Fishing with Matt Robertson would be incredible. Let's try to do that sometime. All right, here's these jokers again. Look at them, they're just being crappies down there. I'm gonna snag this damn thing in this freaking, these trees out here too is the problem. You can get it right down on them immediately. It sinks so fast. But yeah, let's let these guys, look at that. All those fish out there, they almost look like nothing because they're moving so fast. They're just fuzz. Hi, Fuzz. You want to bite, Fuzz? Oh, yeah, might get one of the back ones. Yeah, you saw it. Don't just try not to get it. Cole, we got a problem. These fish think that they're not going to bite. All right, buds. They stopped. They're ready to change direction again. They did. They went left. Man, they're sneaky. Oh, there's some better fish up top. Look at those blasting in. New guys. Let's catch one of those. Even though they're freaking hauling ass. Guess we'll try to catch one of the old guys. But the way you work this bait is you kind of you try to hop it above them. If you don't get one if you throw it right on the school and one doesn't eat it on the fall, you want to hop it. Oh, I ran into one. Oh, now they're fighting over it. Got him. Super effective bait though. It's so much smaller, especially in Texas. Good one. So much smaller than anything that nothing that's wrong with it, but the old bubbas that been tossing their wallering their crickets down to them for 74 years. You toss a damn little bait that's that size down there, they're like, yeah, that's gotta be real. Cole, I'm trying to tell him to jump again, but he's not. I don't know what you want me to do. Oh. What's crazy is you guys saw how many fish are down there, and then there's just so many of them that are this size. Oh my God. don't want to freaking get hooked by him, by me. I'm gonna try to grab the back of his head. Oh, he's a little too big for that, but like I said, don't want to hook at that. Freaking the sneak bait. Giving him the sneak. That's a good one. 4-pounder, 4+. Stupid little hook situation on it, but it freaking gets him, man. I'm not kidding. The tiny bait. Nice. Nice. Pretty cool though. How am I gonna go catch them on cool stuff when they eat this stuff? All right. Come on, biggin. Didn't see it. Come on, big girl. Still didn't see it. Not a giant one, but bigger than most that we're catching. She'll see it this time. Pulse it up to her. Yep, she just lit up, she sees it. Let's see if she turns and gets it. Here she comes. She comes. Got it. Yahtzee. Cool, I'm gonna call Hank Weldon and see if they can move some of our tournaments to the winter next year. Jeez. He's pulling hard on my line. Oh. It's pretty big. I'm gonna move some of these. Do it. Jump into my hand, you little cricket. Yahtzee. Oh. Not that big, but pretty damn fun. Smaller the bait, the bigger the bass, it seems like today. Deal. Almost caught him cold, that would have been cool. All right, guys, we've been out fishing for probably an hour and a half now. I don't know where we're at in the video, but obviously catching a bunch of bait ball chasers, shad chasers, and just individual fish out in the main basin. Obviously the hover juggle, the little jig and wrap, and jerkbait have been really good ways to catch those. Almost caught a big one on the hinkle too, but we're gonna switch things up. We might go back to some of that a little bit later if we can't find any fish, but I wanna see if there's some better quality ones in all this standing timber. We kind of noticed earlier when we got here this morning that on the other creek arm, there was far fewer fish once we started getting up in the creeks, and noticed that there was a lot less shad too, which is probably why there's less there. But I'm gonna throw some big swim baits now and fish them through some of this standing timber and see if we can't get some big ones. But it's gonna give you guys an idea of exactly what these fish look like in standing timber. A lot of times they're suspended this time of year. Not quite the best conditions, at least the sun's up, which puts fish a little bit closer to pieces of cover. But if it was a little colder, they would definitely be suspended in here. But we might also see some schools of fish blasting through as well. And then I'll get back to throwing some of the hover juggle and stuff in there too. But for now, I'm gonna just kind of target individual big fish with the big glide bait. And let's see what we can catch. All right, let's see what we can find. Good little point, some standing timbers on it. Shiver me timbers. There's a little guy on the edge of it over there. I don't know if he's big at all, but let's cast over and see what happens. He's definitely gonna see it. Oh yeah, he is not large. Something might come up out of this grass, so you can see the grass on the bottom here. Good place for him to hide and ambush anyway. A spot like this too is worth casting to, regardless if you see fish or not. Big long grass point that comes out of the main lake. I haven't visually seen a lot of the grass. We haven't caught any today because we've been fishing out off the bank, but I'm sure it's still pretty green, which is important this time of year. There's a fish right there at 55. Probably gonna see a lot of crappie fishing up here, but who knows. Definitely gonna see some big bass too, I hope. Boat's floating in a little too hot on this spot. Fish is down there at 35 feet. My bait's too close. Yep, not gonna happen on that one. Doesn't look like a real big fish anyways. I'm getting a lot of interference too from these trees, which sucks, but we'll be able to see some soon. Are you a bass? Probably not. It's probably a tree. Ooh, there's a fish in between. Terrible cast, Ben. Terrible. Terrible. God damn it. Well, my other one's right over there.
Yes, it is. About 3 hours ago, I might have jumped in and grabbed it.
No kidding. Water's 57 now. Can't beat the weather. Freaking toasty. Alright, so this is something right here that I really, really like. This is a tree you can see out at 70-ish feet right there. And it's got a lot of bait on the bottom of it, but what it's also got is some brush mixed down within, and it's right on the edge of the creek channel. Of course, I don't see it as well now, but there was a good fish in there. Can't fucking get lined up right. Cut that, Cole. Don't put that in. Might as well just fucking start in a little bit. There's a maybe bass right there. Let's see. Right there at 35 feet, and we're coming in hot on him like a dummy. It's important to cruise around. It's kind of hard because you got to cruise slow so you don't come up on fish too fast. But then you got to move quickly to cover water. So here's my bait. It's going to come up to this dude here. It does not look very big. It's 25 feet out. And it's not a bass. But there is a bass out there coming towards us at 65 feet right there that I want to put this on. There he is. He's down there a ways. That's a better fish though. He also moved to the right. Let's see if this fish wants it on the way in though. Nope. God dang it, Cole. Fucking balls.
Look out for those trees.
Yep. They are biting well, the trees. Done faring me a nerder. Try a smaller lead. What was that?
On the bank.
Beauty. Turtle?
I think so.
I didn't see a skadoosh ripple.
Might have been a nutria or something too.
Nutria rats. Bunch of crap in there. Craps. Craps in there. Whoa. Big one just like below the dang surface, Cole. There's another one out there at 45 feet. Hanging out right next to this big old group of craps. Not surprising to see that. Of course, I casted like a dummy. like a snag to me. Dang it, that's a big one. Eagle.
Yeah, 3 of them.
No kidding.
Doing crazy eagle stuff. Oh,
Dead.
dropped one.
Freaking dead. No more eagle. Oh, he's on it. Is he gonna do it? Not very big. Let's switch to Jurgens.
Four of them, dude.
Dang, man. Do it, bud. Oh my god, almost ate it off the surface. Oh, he tried to eat my line. Makes sense. We don't got any bait, Lieutenant Dan. Yet.
They're fucking scared because those eagles been chirping like crazy.
Yeah, that's probably most of it. You're right.
Come on, get us.
Wonder about the dang tube down there. A lot more crappie down here. Maybe the big ones are crappie eaters. The big ones. That's what I'm going with. Starting to be some bait now. Oh my, is that that's a bunch of fish. Thought that was one. Probably bass though. Come on and eat my jerk, cricket. I'm gonna let it sink to you. Come, they can't quite see it yet. Keep swimming, buds. There, that one hurt it. Here they come. Let's see if they eat it when they get close. They said no thanks. So instead, I will catch a tree. That's a big one up top there. Couple. Let's see what they think about the glider. Here he comes. Oh! Gonna see him in a second. No, we're not. He swerved it too quick. Dang it! Thought we were gonna get one there, guys. We were close. Not quite committing to the big glide today. Man, there's been some hot ones though. There's some hungry boys. Going crazy on baits. Hey, look at my juggle up here. There, he liked it. Oh, he missed it. But his buddy got it. No, he missed it too. What about his other buddy? Dudes don't got a chance. Eat it. Get out of there. Angry. Angry boy. This guy just told Cole. Just had to say we were going to catch him on big swim baits. We're targeting him with big swim baits back here in the timber. And of course I end up throwing the same thing. That's a heavy little guy. Looks like a football smallie. He can't handle much more food. That's the way they should all be built. I like that. Still effective up in the trees, even though it's a little sketchy. Got to kind of horse them a little bit more, but the further back I get in this creek, the more fish I'm seeing and more shad I'm seeing at the exact same rate. Of course, they are definitely on bait right now. Let's see if we can get this guy that's up by this tree.
The longer ones don't save?
That was pretty short though. Like, I've saved a lot longer ones.
That's true.
I could start killing it more often, I guess, but he's on me. It's tough to see. There he is. He got it by himself out here, of course. It's a good fish too. Oh, no, it's not. Better one. Just had to tell Coleslaw, I gotta move back here. Start targeting him with the big ol' swim bait. I have to chase him down, keep him out of these trees. Easy, buddy, easy. That's a better fish too. Strong, man, strong. Whew. Deal. He's growing. Easy, bud. They always turn away right there. Sweet. He wasn't coming off ever. Look where he ate that thing. Freaking down there. I know he's not a gigantor like we usually catch, but that's too fun. God, he got it deep. No wonder he was so mad. Sweet. 4.5, 4.25. On the jug. There's another fish there. You guys can probably see him about 55 feet out. Got trees in between. It's a scary, risky little endeavor here, but we're gonna try. I also can't see my bait very well since there's a tree in the way. I don't know if he did either. Oh yeah, here he comes. He's after it. He's on it. It's a good fish too. Oh, he swerved it. He liked it for a little bit. Thought he was gonna do it. See so much more bait back here the further we go. There's a little school of them out there, blasting away from me. Where'd they go? Oh, right to where I casted. Super tough to see them. So much interference. A bunch of fish underneath this bait ball, I bet. Let's get one down below them and see. Oh, there's some fish coming in on them. Look at them back there at 40, 50 feet. Decent ones too. There we go. You got it. That's a good one. Decent one. It came off. Dang, that was cool though. You guys could see that fish right there behind that ball of bait. Slurped it right in. This is pretty cool back here. We're deep. Look at that one way up on top there. My goodness. Let's see if we can get him with the little glide. Looks like a big one. I'm gonna try to throw it past him so we don't spook him. Work it up to him. Yeah, that looks like a really solid fish. Oh, did he just swerve down like that? Yeah, he did, but now he's stalking it from underneath. Dang, he did not like that. Every fish is different. Let's see what he thinks of the jug. I even started it behind him so as not to spook him. Here he comes up to him. That spooked him when it hit the water. Definitely a big smart fish. Yeah, he thought about it there for a second. You could see his body attitude change. Man, that sucks. That was a big one. I kind of wanted to see if I could make a different cast from a different angle with a different bait, but he's gone already. There's a good fish out there, 65 feet. Bad cast. That's a solid one for sure. Alright, I'm gonna put this one on. Let's see how he reacts. Don't know where my bait is, but I think it's behind the tree. It's too hard to see it. Oh, the fish moved. That's why. So there goes the fish. We need to intercept him because, as you can see, he's kind of a bigger, fuzzier one. There we go. It's tough to see, but my bait's out there. Oh, there's a little school of them right there too. Now I really want to catch one of that school because they're going to be mad. Those are actually good fish in that school too. So I guess I'll catch them and we'll go from there, but I don't know what happened to the big one we were just chasing. These guys moving fast. There we go. Now we'll get one. There he goes. Do it, buds. I can't hovel my jugger any better than that. Wow, smart boys, huh? Okay. Alright, I didn't want them anyway. That's what I get for disrespecting their school, trying for a bigger one. Bait balls galore, Cole. Hi, bud. There was some better ones in that group, but I ended up with this little chuck. It's all right. Little chuck's got to eat too, right? But let's find us a better one here. Definitely like what's going on. See that group of fish on the surface there? Oh wow, there's one 95 feet up, and I lost my nail weights. Weighted nails, Cole. Who would have thought? Do it. Sneaky little snake. Weighted nails. I'm gonna leave him, Cole. I'm not gonna cut him. He's happy with how he is. Woo! Going ham on that bait out there. I don't know where my crickets are, but might be able to catch a topwater guy. Cricket eaters. Oh, and they're gone. Not gone enough, Cole. Freaking scared of it. Probably eat an A-rig. A lot of stuff going on right now in this opening. Not topwater stuff, apparently. Wow. Thought we were gonna skadoosh one there.
Amazing.
Amazing lake here. Pile of shit. Did it, do it. Always on it so hard. Just eat it, bud. Speed it up, maybe? Speed it up, maybe? No? Great. All right, so we're not able to catch the schooler ones very good on the hover juggle or the swim baits. I think what we need to throw is this guy. Jergens. I think a Jergens might be better when they're all piled up in bait like that. Let's find out if it works better than the others. First, I need to find the fish in the wad of bait. Second, catch them. Well, at least I'm spooking some shad, that's for sure. Jeez. Are they below them? What's going on here? Dang it, Cole. There they are, they're over there. Here, he likes it. Come get it, buds. Yep. Jergens. Jergens is the word. And the move. Yahtzee. That's an old ghost thread fin provoke double digit DD. That worked. Ooh, look at that big boy. That guy's getting a juggle hover. Hub jug. Juggle lover. What's he think of it? He'd never seen one before. It's hovering. He ate the shit out of it. That's a big one. Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Cole, he'd never seen one before. He didn't know, you know? Didn't get a great hook in it. He's about to jump off. Yeah, guys, this is all right. This is all right stuff here. I was just thinking I should have retied, and then you hook into one of these guys. It's a daggum Slonchtosaurus Rex, but not a full-on Slonchtosaurus, Brontosaurus Rex. Just gonna take my time with him. Just gonna take my time with him. And then I'm gonna lay right down here. I'm gonna make my bed real quick. Make my bed. I'm gonna look like Jason Christie here. Watch this. Yahtzee. It's too much fun. Beef cakes. Beef cakes. Oh, he threw my nail weight. That was the perfect size. Hover juggle, bros. Fatties. 5 1/4, 5 1/2. Thick boy. Gotta love that. Hooray! Why are they just like on the surface? Whatever, I like it. That's giant, whatever that is. Probably a turtle. Or a gar. A girdle. Maybe it is a turtle. I don't know what's happening, but we need to find them shads again. That's where the fish are. Strange concept. Won't catch whatever's on their line. It's like I want to keep looking for new stuff back here, but I also want to stay where the fish are. Or I'll just catch that one. He's big. No, he's not. Where did they move to? Geez, the bait's everywhere and it's nowhere. When the bait's everywhere and nowhere, like that, guys, blasting, we are going to make sure we keep a lure on their heads and give them the jig wrap, even though it's not deep. That's a big fish there. Of course, now he's up in 7 feet below the surface like a dick. Richard Cranium up here, looking for hover juggles. Watch this, Cole. Calling my shot. I might catch one on this cast. Did I at least turn him around? No, I didn't. Oh, there's 2. Sneaky. All right, Cole. Calling my shot. I might catch one on this next cast. They're on the bottom. They're trying to be sneaky, and they're getting exactly what they want. A fish falling towards their heads from above. Come get it. I see you slinking around the bottom. Come eat it. They're smarter than me. All right, Cole, I'm calling a shot. I might catch one on this next cast.
I mean, you were right. Both
I was
the last
absolutely,
2 times.
Cole.
You certainly weren't wrong.
When you get good at Livescope, you can do that. Maybe call your shot. This time he's going to eat it. He's going to see it at least. He is going to swerve it too, actually, so that's good. The Joker wanted it fallen. It's actually a good fish. He's being smart. Chase him for a second. And now it becomes personal. Keep swimming past that tree. Thank you. Nope, he didn't. He stopped. There he goes. Alright, so he swerved the hove jug, didn't even look at it, laughed at it actually. He's swimming away from me, so he's kind of tough to see. Let's see what he thinks about a big gloida. Somehow I'm going to expect you guys to see that in the middle of all that interference. He has stopped. He has turned. He has followeth. Hath follow. And he swerved again. Alright, you win this time, fish. Never again. Baits o' plenty. Come get it. There we go. Here he comes. Do it. Do it. Oh, do it. Lift him up. We're ice fishing now, and he didn't do it. Got that cast net? There's some hungry guys. They look like they want to draw. Just kidding. Where did that just happen at? I thought that sounded like topwater. Look up here. That guy wants the smoke out there. Come get it, bud. Nope. He wants the swervature. Come on up. Turn around. There, he sees it. Come get it. Come get it. Come get it. Close. Nope. Nope. Do it. Cole, this is why you can't be big baits only. Big baits or die. Got it? You gotta learn other baits too. You can't just learn big baits.
I'm not sure I understand.
Me either. Oh, really? What a joke. They're not eating swim baits, is what I'm saying, so I'm gonna keep throwing it. You force feed them till they eat. Like this one. Skerplooge! That's a big one. Hi, buddy. Would you like a juggle hover? Stupid reel shad wrecked everything. One more. There we go. That was a bad job. Very bad job. Alright, he gets it. He knows it's fake. Balls. There's a group of good ones. Those three back there at 65 feet. past them. Let's let it go down into them. Oh, they're moving. Dang it. There they are on the bottom now. Look up, buddies. Screwed that up. Come on. Dang. Swervature. Nope. Missed it, but he wanted it, and he's gonna get it. Why are you by the surface? He missed it, and then he couldn't figure out where it was. He went back to the surface looking for it. Now we're gonna do a topwater hover juggle. Watch this. You like? No, you hate. That one was your fault. All right, buddy. See if your body that's not as big as I wish you were will come eat this. No? Awesome. How about the guy that's up big that's up above? This is what it looks like when a fish follows a big bait and won't eat it. Everybody take note. Do whatever you want. You ain't gonna catch him. You ain't gonna. Nope, not for you, huh? Even though you got a friend now. Let me know if I need to spear one in its brain to leave on surface for you to get a good shot, Cole.
That was like an hour ago.
Got it. Check. It's never too late to kill something, you know? What's that guy out there doing? He thinks he's a freaking gar or something up there on top. This will be fun. Come get your son, bud. No? Great. Now he wants to chase it. Oh no. Where did you go? There you are. Wow, great presentation. What, you crappies, you want some? Look at that guy out there, Cole. Look at him just swimming. I'm gonna cast at him. Comes my cricket. Come on up and slurp my hover juggle, or swim away from it, that's cool too. He completely changed his trajectory because he was so scared. What is this guy doing up here? Thinking he's a crappie or something. All right, kill it. We're moving on. We're moving back to the basin. We're bassing on the basin. New channel name. Okay, here we go. We got about 45 minutes left of daylight. You might think it's late, but it's 4:15. It's crazy this time of year, how early that sun goes down. But back in the wooded area, the standing timber and the creek arms, we definitely found some fish, and obviously I think we caught the biggest one, or one of the two biggest ones of the day. And so there was definitely some quality there, but there was only a couple little pockets, which oddly enough, the big open areas is where the shad and the bass were. So we got out of there. We're coming back out to the main basin. We're gonna fish some of the same stuff we fished earlier, but now it's later in the day. Sometimes, you know, bigger fish feed at different times of the day. And so I'm hoping we can get one or two more big ones before we gotta call her quits. I'm already seeing some on Livescope down there. So let's sling around for another half hour, 45 minutes or so.